This is a general reading for Gemini for the week of March 10th through the 16th. So if Gemini is your sun, moon, or Venus rising, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. For the month of March, I'm again offering a complimentary 30-minute reading to someone who either subscribes or puts in a comment. So if you want to be considered for the reading, please subscribe or put in a comment. And if you like the video, please hit the like button, because that helps the logarithms. And it also the comments, I do read the comments, and I want to provide quality video. So I would appreciate, does it resonate with you? How are my videos and my readings? I will be doing personal readings again in the month of April. So until then, if you would like to support the channel, I have a buy me a coffee link, and I'm using the if you'd like to donate, I'm using the email PayPal. I'm using the PayPal that is in the community comments, not the one under the links. The one under the links is the Portugal one, and I cannot remove it unless I go through the Portugal site, which is all in Portuguese. So please use the other one, which is the American one. I am going to read an oracle card first that has been selected by Spirit, and it's from the Law of Positivisms. Tonight I have Nina in my lap. Hope is in. He comes in at night at about, at least 7:30. So this is his dog bed. This is where he is. He does not like to be in the house in the daytime, because he's a Portuguese dog and they always let their dogs out early in the morning to run all day. And then Jason's in the bedroom sleeping. So the oracle card for the Law of Positivism for Gemini for this week is, through meditation, I see clearly through the veils of illusion, third eye chakra. Beyond the five senses and the limitations of time and space, we enter an energetically vast world that connects everything. We tap into this when we are dreaming, working, and expanding our consciousness through spiritual practice, when we are visualizing, and when we are daydreaming. In these states, we enter other dimensions and frequencies and start seeing beyond the veil of life. And so for practices, they say meditation, breath work, spiritual practices, chant the throat chakra, Anja chakra mantra, eating organic, pure, and whole foods, detoxing from messages from TV and other media outlets that clog your vision, dream journaling, active visualization, listening to your inner guidance. So this is opening up your third chakra for meditation. Right there. Well, it's the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra, which is right in the middle of your forehead. Right there. That's the third eye chakra. So that's the one that you would be activating. That's from Spirit. And I have shuffled the cards and cut the cards. I'm using the Hanson Roberts. And let's see what we have for you, Gemini. We have Ace of Swords. You're going to get some clarity about some situation, crossed over by the Knight of Cups. So you've been wondering, we'll go over this. It could be someone in your life, or it could be a new person in your life. And it's, the start of something new and clarity. Then we have Three of Pentacles at the base of it. Behind you, we have the Seven of Wands. That's behind you. It's behind you now. That's good. Then crowning you, we have the Two of Pentacles, balancing. Five of Swords. So we have the Seven of Wands. Now you have the Five of Swords. Then we have Eight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Wands. So this is like a time sequence here. And the final outcome is the Knight of Wands. So you have two knights in your reading here. And with the Knight of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles. You might have some choices, Gemini. You might have some choices for relationships. The Lovers with the Eight of Wands. Ace of Cups. This is a love reading, obviously, or home. Page of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. You have two aces. Two of Pentacles. 10 of Rods. The Strength card behind you. 9 of Wands. Happy home. 10 of well, it's the 6 of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so you have two 10s. 10s are completion. You've got aces and 10s. So Gemini, what this saying is that this week you're ending a cycle and starting a cycle, ending a chapter and starting a chapter. As you end a chapter, that's a life lesson that you set up for. And, you know, I've talked about life lessons before, that a life lesson, you know, when you decided to come into this life, you know, you sort of wrote your book and you put down general themes of what lessons you wanted. Now, if you didn't get the life lesson that you just completed, then the next time that you're having that lesson is going to be harder and harder until finally you go, oh, this is a life lesson. I'm supposed to be learning something from this. And what am I supposed to have learned? Because if you don't learn it, you'll have a different variation of that, but it's harder because you can't ignore it. And if you ignore that, then it's harder and then harder until finally the universe goes, boom. You know, I say 2x4 on the head. That it's like, wake up, wake up. This is a life lesson. Oh, it's a life lesson. So you completed a life lesson. And let's see, or you're completing it and then you're going on to new beginnings. So one of the things is that you have the Ace of Swords, which is clarity. It is, you know, and we talk about the veil between the two worlds. And I'd say that this is actually, you know, we talked about the third eye. That was the oracle card, developing your third eye, which is meditation, being able to see through the veil. And this is saying that you're going to get some clarity. You went about wondering about this new relationship coming into your life, and you're going to get some new clarity. You're going to get, it's going to be revealed to you about possible relationships or romance. So if you want a relationship, Gemini, this is very possible. If you don't want a relationship, then it's about self-care and relationship with yourself. That finding out who you are, creating the kind of life that you want right now. Because at the base of it, oh, and then we have moving forward past stormy waters into smoother waters, looking at the horizon, and happy, and you know, it's a happy conclusion. So you've decided that you're going to move forward. You are in control of the boat. You're taking over the boat, the rowboat. Rather than being stagnant, rather than having someone else direct your boat, direct your direction, you decide where you want to go. And that's and then there's happy conclusion. So you're sort of like, could be leaving a toxic situation or a work situation that didn't work for you and deciding, okay, I'm going forward. I'm deciding which way I want to do with that. And it's happy conclusions. And it could be even happy homes. You know, the 10 of Cups. Because you also have the Page or the Knight of Cups. Now, at the base of it is starting the foundation for something new. The 3 of Pentacles could be a new job. It could be preparing for a new job. And then, you know, it could be a new job that you're getting, you know, you could be going to school, for example, to learn a new trade, a new skill. It could be on the job training. You are taking, learning something new on that job. Or it could even be a new job. You are just staying focused and learning. And the Nine of Wands is that there's a whole lot of responsibility that's been put on your shoulders. You have the 9 here, but as we progress, we have the 10 where you're leaving these burdens and you're going forward, or you're balancing, but then you have new beginnings. I would say that for some of you, you're still staying in that situation, but it's being a release. And for others, you're staying. For others, you're leaving. And you're leaving the heavy burdens. This says that there's a possibility of, and see, this is a new endeavor, new opportunities. The 3, it's like laying the foundation, visualizing what you want to do. It's not action right away, but it's like looking at what course do you want to manifest. And there's a whole lot of responsibilities that have been placed on you. It could be a new job plus the home responsibilities. It could be that it's a new job and they put a whole lot of work on you. But you're able to maintain control of it. You're still looking at your horizons, and that doesn't look like a very happy face. And you're standing firm. So it could be a new job, and you're standing firm, and you're going to learn what you can out of that. Because behind you is the 7 of Wands. This is an unfair work situation that things possibly could be put on you when they were beyond your control. And it said, have the strength of the lion. It said not to, and this is behind you. You didn't overreact. You didn't defend yourself. There were people around you that didn't assume their responsibility. Or it could be there were unclear expectations from the management, and you had to perform your job. It could be customer service, for example, and you didn't have the support that you needed, but you were able to handle that. And it said you had the strength of the lion. You didn't overreact, and you just kept on, which is through that you developed some more skills, life skills and work skills that you could carry on to the next situation, because it says that you were trying to balance the money, balancing, do you stay or do you go, with the heavy burdens. Now, with the heavy burdens, he's looking at new opportunities. He's looking for his castle. He sees the opening. See, and he's looking at that opening. He's like, that's the way to get out. I've got these heavy burdens from this work, and I'm going to go forward. I know the way out. And this is balancing. Because you're not there yet, but he's looking. He's got all these burdens on his shoulder and deciding what to do. Because there's an offer for new opportunities for money, but there's some deception. Could be a new job that does not turn out to be the way that they say it's going to be. And this is my advice to people: if you're communicating with somebody through email, through text, through WhatsApp, print it, because that is a contract. So if you take a new job and they go like, oh gosh, we did promise you $20 an hour, but we looked at our budget, so we're only going to be able to offer you $15. No, you say, well, you said 20. So there's some deception about new money coming to you. Could be a new job. It could be a promotion. It could be a loan. If that's true, whatever it is, read the small print. Read it and ask for the original contract and keep a copy, because there is some deception. There's something behind the scenes. when I lived in Las Vegas, for example, which I'm going back in November to live, a new casino would open up, and they would have a huge hiring event, and people would come and work at that casino from the hotel side to the floor side to the restaurant side. They would take people and they'd think, oh, I'm going to get a new opportunity for a raise and a new place. Well, after the casino had been open for a while, the casino hotel, they started laying those people off. It wasn't a forever job. There was a deception because they were getting the trained people, but they weren't keeping them there. It was only when it was that the casino had all the glitz and glitter and it was a new place to go. But when things started getting to what it would be, they let them go. Now, I could give you stories, anecdotes about when people worked in Vegas and the mob ran the casinos. And the mobs would never do that. They were very, very, very loyal to their employees per people that worked there. Maybe not loyal to the government and to each other, there's all the other part. But employees had a job and they stayed in that job because they were very loyal. And the one rule is don't steal from us. But now people get jobs and there's a deception because it's not a forever job. And that can apply to other things. So be prepared. When I have readings and I see this, I say what I see, and it's, to be forewarned. So be prepared because there might be some deception of new opportunities. It could even be a loan, for example. It could be someone wanting to go in partnership with you. Be careful. Because there is, here you are. This is staying, working. And there's a message. In it. And it's a message about love. It could be working on a relationship also. And not having it, you're manifesting on prosperity. And let's see what that is. It could be even a house with the Page of Cups. What is that with the Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups for our friends Gemini? What is that? Okay. Let's take the card here. Is it work or is it love? Well, it has to do with the King of Wands. You're going to hear something from him about work. Now, the King of Rods is generally, could be a boss or it could be an opportunity, but you're going to hear something about him. Could you tell me more about that? Hope you're going to have, it's, he's a boss that makes good decisions. So I would say that, it could be work related. Let's see the other card. Oh, 2 8s. So you're looking at, okay. The 8s are, there's a work situation. 8s are the physical world and manifestation. And there was another card that came here, the happy celebration. So it's involved in work and a decision or a discussion with the boss or government. See, I read that the Emperor can be a male energy. It's a person who makes good decisions. And that is your King of Wands. And there's something about work and a decision that he makes, and you're feeling incomplete, like you're really not feeling good about being there. It could be a communication from the boss telling people, well, we're going to cut wages, or we're going to cut staff, so you have to work harder with not a raise. There's some sort of announcement about work that's a result to thinking that you really are not satisfied there. Because then here we go into the relationship part. New opportunities, and you're spinning your wheel of fortune. You're putting it out there to the universe that, yes, I would like a relationship. I would like love. And the wheel of fortune, it says the only way to go is up, which means you're going to be starting to manifest without what you want. because then we have an acceleration. Now, this can be interpreted two ways. It's an 8 of rods. So from information that you have, so you have 3 8s. You got the 8 of rods, the 8 of cups, the 8 of pentacles. This is your manifestation. This is your material world. 8s is the material world. And there's an acceleration and a decision. Now, I read this. It can be two ways. It can be a relationship, lovers, that accelerated, but I see it more as a decision that based on the information that's been coming out and the deception, that there's an acceleration and you made a decision. And then we have the final outcome, and I'm going to look at what this is. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So it's a decision. And let's ask the cards, what is that decision about? Is that 2 relationships? Is that 2 jobs? 2 opportunities? Or aspects of 1 person, but they're knights. And so you have 3 knights in here. Okay, what is that about for Gemini? Please provide some clarity, angels, archangels, and spirit guides. And what is it? Where are the cards here? Okay, well, the King of Cups. So it could be relationships. So you might have some choices as far as if someone's coming to you. You may, for someone, you have 2 different people that you've been seeing, I think, or weighing. That could even be weighing here, making decisions. And what is the decision there for Gemini? Someone from your past, 6 of Cups, feeling very good about it, and the Queen of Swords. So it's, look at all those people. It looks like almost a family group. Well, or aspects. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Rods could be 2 feminine energies. You got the King of Cups, and then you have it's like a bunch of, like a family unit or people around work. And they could also be giving their opinions. The Hierophant. This is conventional thinking from an institution. The bottom card says be temperate because you're looking at past relationships. So I'd say it's healing from past relationships, that there's a whole, Gemini, you have been in a situation, over life, you have had some things that don't work out. This is the 5 of Cups looking at this. And from your past. I would say this, that's said to develop your third eye. I would say get in touch with discernment, that there have been relationship situations that didn't work out in the past, work with relationships. This is a time for you to sit quietly and use discernment on the direction that you want to go, because you have new opportunities for love and for work, but there is something below the surface that you need to protect your own interests. This is a week, Gemini, for you to step back, have the strength, figure out the direction that you want to go. You have the heavy burdens. The 10 of Wands is, the things from the past, which was the final outcome. And you're going to be assessing that with the 5 of Cups, which is things haven't worked out, but you do have new opportunities. The important thing for you to do is you're starting a new chapter. And it's important for you to sit quietly and see what you learned from these past relationships in order to move forward. Use discernment in new relationships, and also look at the lessons that you have for this which is winding down. Because it's new beginnings. And it has to do with how you feel about yourself. Because you have not felt that you were entitled to the best. So you made some unwise decisions about relationships because you were not aware of how magnificent you are and that you are entitled to a relationship with people who are emotionally healthy, emotionally available, and have those characteristics and attributes that you're looking for, rather than selling yourself short. That's the lesson. Thank you, Spirit. That's what Spirit's trying to tell you. So this is a time for healing. This is a time to be aware of how wonderful you are, so you can go on to healthy relationships. Now I'm going to pull another oracle card. And if you want to be notified of the future videos coming out, be sure to hit the like and a notification, and you will be notified. And these cards are from the Divine Beloved. What is the card that our friends Gemini need to know here? Now, in the Holy Spirit between, and look at it, it's got a butterfly. And you know, butterflies are rebirth. And it was even, you know, the butterfly also signifies the resurrection of Jesus. It says, now in the holy space between, allow me, Divine Beloved, to rest in that holy space between what is and what will be. Remember, Spirit just said that. Let me fully embrace, relax, and bless the now. So in the now, you are assessing, healing, and then you will be going forward. It's the rebirth. That's what the butterfly represents. I thank you so much for your support of the channel, Gemini. And Nina and I send you light and love from Portugal.